Today we'll cover on the concept of arrays. Why we need arrays? What is the use of array? If arrays will not be there, how we can program? Okay. So why array concept came into picture? So all those things we'll study. Okay. So you might have seen in real-time world many things, okay, which are arranged in a sequential way. Let's take a book of like if you are keeping all the books in one row, so you'll be keeping it one by one, one by one, one by one. So that is nothing but a array. And if you are like let's take a apartment, so 25 storage or 100 floors apartment will be there. How it is built one by one by one by one. And if you want to access, so you can use a lift to get that, and you can consider that as an array of, if it is 100 floor, it is an array of 100 floors is an array of 100 floors. Where you want to go to which, you can choose that and you can go. If the lift is there, you can just use that lift and you can go. So let's take, so that is how arrays are already in place, like in our real-time environment, we'll see everywhere. Wherever you have a sequential uh, data which need to be stored in a sequential format, you can use arrays. If you don't have arrays, then it may be like you'll be having more problems. Let's take small example, okay? So to see, okay, if you want to consider to find a value, okay, which is a maximum and a minimum between two numbers. What you can do, you can, since it's only two numbers, you can always see if A is greater than B, then what you will do, you will tell printf max is A, okay, which is nothing but the value you can always print A. Else, it will be, I can always use the same printf, else it will be B. Instead of A, it will be B, because B is greater in that case. In this scenario, which one is bigger? It is B. Okay. See, A is bigger. So it's a only two numbers you have. If you want to check the maximum number between 100 elements, okay, 100 variables. So what you will have? So in that case, you need to have a variable from A0, A1, A2 till A99. These are the 100 elements you want. Okay. So if you want to check which is a maximum between those numbers, what we will do? Well, we'll just take A A0 is greater than A1, and A0 is greater than A2, and so on till A0 is greater than A99. So this is only a one condition to tell printf A is greater among the 100 elements. Okay. So think of a complexity, how much code you need to write. And suppose you have written all code correctly, but in some cases, maybe if you can take a of 87, so you have checked that all conditions are correct. Okay, you are checking with a1 and you are checking with a1 and so on. In between, by mistake, instead of writing a88, you are checking a88 to a99. So here you need to check a87, but you have missed it. By mistake you have written wrongly. Then it is very difficult to find which one is like, because of this logical error, it will be very difficult to find why your code is not working. So to avoid all these issues, okay, whenever you want to store a data which is of same data type, you want to store more data, then you can use arrays. Okay, arrays are a data structure. You can also consider that as a data structure where you will store a data of same type. Okay, if you want to store a array of some elements, maybe size is 100, then you can store array of element and you can initialize that with the initial values. You can always take as a 0, in which case it may initialize all the things to 0. Okay, you can see whether we can. So you can just check printf a of percentage d is percentage d slash n, and here what you are doing, you are giving the array value there, a of I, then that is nothing but the, okay, this is a of I value and this is the index, array index. So what I have already told you is you need to have some index, that is what you are having I. So you can use a for loop for initializing the array. So where it is initializing from 0 till 100, and what it does, it will print the values. This is how the array initialization is done, or here also you are doing. So let us see how it is working. Okay, see what it is giving, a of I. So we have defined it as a element, that is why it is telling a of I is not there. Now we can see we have declared an array of element, then a of 100. Here we are defining only one, that is why it is not able to initialize. Okay, what we need to do is we need to initialize to till 100, that is where we'll be having. So this is how you can initialize. Maybe you can take a simpler example, a of 5. Okay, array of 5, so 5 elements. If you know only 5, then you can take like this. This is how array initialization is done. Okay, or you can always initialize if there are more elements. You can always use a loop because you know the condition. Okay, why loops are used? If there is a repetitive condition is available, so you can use loop to do that. Otherwise you need to write. Okay, if loops are not there, then you need to write a of 0 equal to 1, then a of 1 equal to 2, and a of 2 equal to, so whatever value you want to give, 3, and so on. you will be giving. So it is a time consuming as well as it's prone to error. And if you want to do iteration every time, it will be a, it is not possible. So what you will use is, whenever there are repetitive things are there, better to use loop. That is what we are doing here. See, if you want to print any element, if you want to give any values, you can always use scanf, okay, where you can put the values. If you want to take the input from the user, you can use scanf. Now what here it is doing, so we'll see array of 100 conflicting a int and previous definition of a, what is this? Oh, okay, see, since we have used a here, that is why the issue is here. Like, already we have a variable with name a, that is why it is telling it is an integer, it is not an array. So now we have made a array of 100 elements. So what we can do is, here instead of a we can use array, so that it will print correctly. See, so array we have initialized to a000. Let us try, okay, by giving only one element, whether we can give here. No, it is not giving anything, so you can just see. See. So if we have given only one element, so it's taking array of, the first element is a of 5 because we have initialized here. Rest of the things are 000. It is not giving any error here. Okay. So let's take, if you want to store array with the actual numbers, what you can do is, here you are printing. So if you want to store array with the numbers, okay, 1 2 3 4 5, like that, then what you can do is, you can always, it's how we will initialize a normal variable. If you want to initialize normal variable, maybe b equal to 10, okay, it's a normal variable. So in the same way, what we need to do is, we need to initialize a array variable. So how we will find which, where we need to keep which one? Like, it's a similar to, like, where you are going for like, it's a 100 floor building and you want to go to 29. So what you can do, you can directly go and tell 29 equal to some 29 value, okay, which will directly go there and put it. Or always you can, if you want to do a repetitive, so you can use index. Here index is 0, okay, and what we are doing here, we are initializing the same value here. So what it does, it will initialize from 0 to 100, okay, 0 to 99. Or you can change, if you want to store 1 to 100, then you can change here 1 to 100. So it's up to you how you want to do it. Now we can see, okay, so we have declared it as array. It's not ARR. Okay. See. So now it is giving I99 equal to 99, since array, okay, array of 1. So here it is already 5. Why it is giving 99? Because here it is starting from 1. No. So you should make sure that you will start from a of 0. Now we can see. So it will store value till 100. Because, so always you should remember one thing, array will start from index 0. Okay, if you have 10 elements, it will store from a0 to A9. Okay, the A9th is a 10th element. The length will be n minus 1 since it is starting from an index 0. And one more thing you need to remember is you should always remember array name. Okay, this ARR will give you a starting address of the array. Starting address is the address of that variable. So we will cover how we can use that array starting address when we are dealing with pointers. So always arrays and pointers can be used interchangeably. Okay, hope now this session, uh, in this session I have clarified you how to use an array. Okay, what is the need of an array, how to initialize array. Okay, there are different ways. You can initialize like this, and you can initialize like, for example, here we are doing it. So if you want to update the value, okay, a of 99 to 2000, then always can directly go and do it. Okay, no need to take the index. A of 99 is 200 and a of 10 is 55. Okay, now we can see here you are initializing it with the I value, but here you are updating it. So how we can update, you see here. So okay, again always we are making a same mistake. A instead of array we are using ARR. Now see, array value a of 99 we had, since we have updated here, it has changed its value from 100 to 200. And you can always see what we are giving, a of 20, correct? Now we can see a of 10 is 55. See here, a of 10 is 55. We already mentioned a of 10 is 55. So it is giving a of 10 is 55. And always you should remember, so if the array size is 100, so you can store values from a array, like a array of 0 to array of 99. If you by mistake, if you make a of 100, okay, what it does, already it is crossing the boundary and it is adding some value which is you should not do. Okay, because there may be a situation where that next address may be used for some other purpose and you are updating it, that cause some side effects. Okay, if that is a starting address where you are storing some information, then your all valuation will be going wrong. So always you should make sure you should use array, okay, with correct index. Okay, see here a of 100 we are doing, but it may give warning. See here, okay, ARR 100. Okay, we are crossing our limit. See here, it is working fine, but the problem is some important data we are updating it, which is not our this one. For example, you have 100 floors and yours is 24th floor. You are owning a 24th floor, but if you go and tell 25th is mine and 30th is mine, then people will, what they will do, they will lodge a complaint against you, and you need to face some issues. Here also you are updating something, it may affect some software somewhere else. You should be very careful because this is very important. When you are using array, you should use properly only from value 0 to length minus 1, because this is not a correct behavior. Okay, so in next class we'll cover more detail about few more details on arrays. If you need, we can again briefly do this session, and then we'll go for the next session where I will give more information of how to do a multi-dimensional array and how we can relate that with pointers, how to use arrays in an efficient way, that we will talk. Thank you.